Nearly every time a parent asks us which bike to buy their child, we most often respond with Woom. Regardless of whether you're shopping for a 12-inch balance bike for zipping around the driveway or a 26-inch mountain bike for ripping up trails, a Woom bike is quite likely one of the best options for your child. Woom makes extraordinarily nice bikes for kids. They're lightweight, have child-appropriate geometry, and top-shelf components. All this makes for bikes that are easy to learn to ride, to progress on, and to develop a love for biking. And before you comment below with how expensive they are, yes, we're well aware that Woom bikes are not cheap. That said, I can promise you without reservation that they're worth every penny. We firmly believe after years of testing bikes and helping other kids learn to ride, that you get what you pay for. And if you want your child to love biking, you need to get them a bike that will facilitate that enjoyment. Here are 5 reasons why we love Woom bikes. They're the lightest kids' bikes around. Woom somehow manages to consistently make the lightest bikes across all sizes and categories. Don't believe me? Go check out some of our comparison charts. Most of the time, a Woom bike is pounds lighter than its competitors. Weight is a huge deal when it comes to kids' bikes, particularly in the smaller sizes. We usually tell parents they should pick a bike based on budget first, weight second, and durability third. Generally, the higher your budget, the lighter and more durable the bike you can get. Why is weight so important? Light bikes are easier for kids to handle, make learning to ride easier, and allow children to ride further, faster. The lighter a bike is, the more likely your child is to have fun. Unfortunately, most kids' bikes are heavy. Kids don't weigh that much, so their body weight to bike weight ratio is way off. An average adult bike might weigh around 25 pounds. The average adult in the US weighs 181 pounds. This means their bike weight to body weight ratio is about 1 to 7, or 14%. The average weight of a 3-year-old, on the other hand, is only about 31.5 pounds. The best-selling 14-inch on Amazon, the Royal Baby 14, weighs 22 pounds. That equates to a bike weight to body weight ratio of 1 to 1.4, or 70%. That's crazy heavy. The Woom 2, on the other hand, weighs only 12.3 pounds, and that's a much more reasonable bike weight to body weight ratio of 1 to 2.8, or 35%. 2. Their geometry is ideal for learning to ride. In addition to weight, bike geometry can have a huge impact on your child's ability to learn to ride and progress. A lot of kids' bikes have been terribly designed with a short wheelbase, high center of gravity, and wide Q factor. If your child has struggled on bikes in the past, poor geometry is likely to blame. Woom has done a great job of designing bikes with child-appropriate geometry and parts that fit, especially in the smaller sizes. The geometry is upright. This allows kids to feel more confident on the bike and aids in stability. The bike's stability is further enhanced by a long wheelbase and a low center of gravity. Many kids' bikes are designed for training wheels and sit high. This messes with the child's balance as well as their ability to reach the ground with their feet. On the Woom, kids who have previously struggled with the balance and pedaling are likely to get the hang of it in no time. All Woom bikes have a narrow Q factor. This is the distance between pedals. Many kids' bikes have a wide Q factor, which causes a kid's hips and knees to splay outward. The distance on the Woom bikes is narrower than most, which accounts for kids' narrower hips and allows them to pedal in a more efficient manner with their knees pointed straight forward. Efficient pedaling is further assisted by short, appropriately sized cranks. Finally, we appreciate that each of the Woom bikes has been designed with a swoop top tube. This allows for lower standover height and lets kids maneuver in the bike and get on and off more easily. Number 3, they're built with high quality components. Now that we've touched on weight and geometry, we should mention that the Woom bikes are also built with high quality components. This means that the bikes are durable, easy to maintain, and fast rolling. One of our favorite components on Woom bikes is the brakes. Even the Woom balance bikes come with dual color coated handbrakes. These are easy to pull and easy to operate for young kids. All Woom bikes come with a freewheel or the ability to add a rear freewheel. Don't know what this means? Most kids' bikes in the US are sold with a coaster brake as required by an antiquated law for smaller sized bikes. We're not fans of coaster brakes. They make learning to pedal challenging and can actually be downright dangerous. We much prefer bikes with dual handbrakes and a freewheel, which all Woom bikes have. The headset on each Woom bike is fully integrated and has sealed bearings, as do the hubs on the wheels. Speaking of wheels, most Woom bikes are built up with in-house rims, the Super Duper Hoops. These are lightweight aluminum rims, and we've found that they've held up really well on all of the bikes we've demoed. There's too much other good stuff on all the bikes to mention it, but you can expect high quality parts like Jaguar cables, Schwalbe tires, and on the bigger bikes, a name brand drivetrain. Number 4, Woom bikes have good resale or trade-in value. In most parts of the country, especially those with a healthy bike culture, Woom bikes are in demand on the used market. If you're worried about the price, consider the resale value when your child is done with the bike. There's even a Facebook group dedicated to Woom buy and sell. Another option with Woom bikes is the Woom trade-up program. This is a particularly good deal if you start your child on a balance bike and trade up from there. After buying an initial membership, you can trade in your kiddo's bike for the next size up and will be refunded 40% of the purchase price of your old bike. You can use the membership multiple times, from a Woom 1 to 2, 3, and so on. Number 5, colorful accessories make a great bike even more fun. While we wouldn't recommend buying a bike solely based on how it looks, we recognize that looks do matter. Kids are more likely to ride a bike that they think looks cool. Fortunately, the Woom bikes come in a bunch of bright, fun colors, so no matter your little one's favorite color, you can probably find a Woom bike that they're going to like. There are a bunch of other accessories you can choose from, including clothing, a lock, water bottle, and lights. If your family does a lot of around-town commuting or even bike touring, Woom also offers a rack and fenders as add-ons, which makes the Woom bikes a great choice for serious bike families. Bottom line, whether you have a toddler and are shopping for their first balance bike or a preteen who loves zipping around town on their bicycle, a Woom bike will help them have more fun. There's nothing worse than seeing kids who are frustrated on heavy, ill-designed bikes. Do them a favor and invest in a quality bike. And as always, thanks for watching and don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell.
Dad,